produced in huge numbers in a remote site in Siberia known as Tankograd. The T-34 was reliable in all weathers, was the only tank that could stand up to the mighty German panzers.
Hey guys, welcome back to another Heavy Metal Diecast video, and today we've got ourselves a T-34, and this particular tank is in 1/43rd scale diecast, and it is I think it's a DeAgostini type brand. I'm not 100% sure. It's like it's just a cardboard base on a blister packet. It hasn't been opened as yet. I think I grabbed this for around $50, and that was including the postage to me. I got this about a year ago. I just haven't got around to opening it. Yeah, this is the T-34-76, and well, most of you will know this vehicle, but of course the T-34 was a Soviet medium tank used during World War II. It was a bit of a game changer in regards to tank design, of course. It had the sloped frontal armour and, of course, that 76mm main gun, making it a pretty powerful tank, taking the Germans a little bit by surprise, of course. It was also easy to manufacture and cheap, meaning the Soviet war machine could actually really pump these tanks out. German panzer forces would often go up against Soviet tank forces, several times their size, because they could really churn these T-34s out. In service from 1940, of course, it would be used by over 40 countries in its service life, and still being produced up until the late 50s. Now, over 35,000 of the 76mm type were built that we have in our hands here, and another 48,950 of the upgunned 85mm versions were built as well. Some nations actually still currently operating T-34s to this day in some sort of capacity, which is amazing, really. Yeah, it does sort of look okay in this little packet, but it is no good in this, is it? So what we'll do is we'll get this out of the packet and get it in our hands so we can have a look at this diecast T-34 properly. We'll be back in a second. Alrighty, with this T-34 in our hands, we can have a bit of a look at this. It does come on a base that's sort of like a bit of a cobblestone road, and it also does have the name of the vehicle there in the ear, and that is a pretty cool little feature on this particular base, of course. The model itself is, well, it's pretty basic. Like color-wise, it is just that sort of an olive green all-round paint job with, of course, the big unit number 27 there on that turret. But overall, it's very basic. It does just have that sole green finish, and there's a little red star, of course, and that white 27, and that's pretty much the only color. The 27 and the star is the only other color apart from that green. So yeah, there's no like highlighting or anything like that. That's look, for a 1/43rd scale, I'll show you the size against my hands. It is a reasonable size, of course, but it does sort of look at it. It's not bad. It does set up nicely. It's got some great detail on the engine deck. The engine deck, that is all die-cast, but you can really sort of see the difference between the plastic components. The turret is plastic, and you can see that color difference. It does move, although it is a little bit sort of wobbly, but it does move without too much drama. But you can really notice, unfortunately, the color difference between the die-cast areas and the plastic area, especially the green in the turret and the body there. You can sort of really notice a really big difference in that, which is a little bit unfortunate. I mean, the overall build is not too bad. I mean, it does have, it's got a hole in the barrel, so it's not just a solid bit of plastic, which is a nice little added feature of detail. It does have some stowage on there, some tow cables. It's got the tow cable on that side and an aerial, of course, which is sort of flexible. That's flexible as well. The tracks themselves, they've got a bit of flex in them as well. And it is, of course, screwed on to this base with normal screws. So that's going to be nice and easy to get off the base, of course, if you want to take it off the base. You don't need a special head or anything like that. The track details aren't too bad, but obviously the tracks are sort of a vinyl, same as what you'd get in like a lot of the model kits. But you don't really see any joins or anything like that, which is really nice. The wheel details are pretty good. All those road wheels on there are nice. Does the 76mm elevate? It does nicely, of course. So if you want to pew pew up in the sky, but tanks don't do that. So the actual depression on these aren't that crash hot. Well, not on this model anyway. But it does look very nice indeed. But look, overall, it's there are better quality ones out there, of course, but they'll cost you a little bit more. You've got those Altalia ones that are really fantastic, have some really nice paint, blend in well, and they do look fantastic and come up really nice. Whereas this, as I said, with those plastic components to the metal components, there is that slight colour difference, which is a little bit unfortunate, but you know, it does happen, of course. But well, we'll put this on the deck and wind this video up, of course. So once again, this is, I think it's DeAgostini. I bought it as a DeAgostini from a seller on eBay. Whether that's true or not, because there is no writing on the packaging either to say who it is from. But it is a T-34-76 from 1942, as it says right there. So I don't think it's too bad. If you're into your 143rd armour, it is nice. It does, you know, it is a decent size, of course, and that is always a bonus. It's a lot bigger than the 1/72nd scale ones you can get, but detail is a little bit lacking compared to the Altalia ones, definitely. And just that little discrepancy between the colours can be a little bit annoying for some. Some people may not bother at all, and if you aren't bothered by it, you'll probably like this as well. So if you do like this at all and you know, found this video helpful, hey, throw us one of these if you can find that button. And of course, feel free to subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so, to be kept up to date for all our diecast videos and stuff that we do. All right, guys, of course, thank you so much for checking out another one of our larger scale armoured videos in our 1/43rd scale ones. And I really appreciate your time in coming to the channel and checking out this video. All right, guys, you have a fantastic rest of your day. Cheers.